Welcome to Classy Broadcast with Classy Broad members Jay Crook, Sycamore Treasy, and Callie Fox. Join us today for episode 10, the season finale of the first season of Classy Broadcast. A very special Christmas episode with Zachariah Morgan, former member of Newzoo, as we discuss his beginnings in hip-hop, the first ever hip-hop show in Rock Springs history, the importance of faith, and join us for a round of Bean Boozled and a white elephant gift exchange. We hope you enjoy part 1 of the season finale of the first season of Classy Broadcast. As always, thank you for listening and for giving us a space to voice our thoughts. Merry Christmas,
Merry
or,
Christmas.
you know, after Christmas if you're watching the day after Christmas because you got, like, family shit to do and whatever. But welcome to episode 10 of Classy Broadcast and the season finale of Classy Broadcast, Season 1.
What?
We're fucking stoked. Today we have Zachariah Morgan with us.
Hey.
Good friend of all of ours. Previous member of the Newzoo. And newly turned country artist. So, we're going to have a lot of fun today.
It's always been there.
Yeah, I think that's
Why are you breaking
the
everything?
most of it. I know, I shouldn't have touched it to begin with. I shouldn't have touched it to begin
You were
with.
the one who touched it first.
Yeah.
Even look at it,
You
it'll
can
fall
blame
down.
it on me, Jesse. It's all right, man.
So, we're going to do a white elephant tonight. We're going to do Bean Boozled. And we're going to do Drink Roulette.
You know
So,
what that
that's
is?
going to be a fucking blast. Should we do Drink Roulette first so we can
Yeah, probably.
fucking loosen up?
I'm in.
Well, yeah, we can
Alright.
we can do a little bit of that.
All right, so...
Yeah, I think that's a good little soft.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick which number you want.
I get to pick first.
Yeah.
4 is speaking to me.
I thought
There
you
it
was
is.
going to pick 3.
You're taking 4, so I'm going to take 3.
Okay,
Alright.
there it is.
I feel like you're attached to 3, so maybe I should have. You don't know what they are, huh?
Me, I don't know.
Do
I don't
you
know
even
which ones
that?
are which, no.
All of them,
They're
like
all-
all of them, but one are mixed drinks. The other one's horse piss.
Well,
It's all good.
I tell you
Now we're gonna
what,
have to do that. Fucking...
wouldn't
Alright.
be first.
Cheers, Merry Christmas,
Cheers,
y'all.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
All right, are we just going
Yeah,
for
let's
it?
get it.
Oh hell
Oh,
yeah!
I got one of the warheads and vodka ones.
Kind of tastes like Sprite.
Oh, you probably got one of the warheads and vodka ones.
That's
Kind
a-
of party. It's like a Smartie.
Yeah.
Them little
What's
So
yours
there's
taste like?
a
That's whiskey.
blue
We-
raspberry
yeah,
and a
like
green
a
apple
crown apple.
warheads one.
Yeah, it's like a crown apple or...
Yeah. Is it crown
You
apple?
either got crown apple and cranberry or apple brandy and cranberry. So
I think
Buckle
it's
up.
crown. That's delicious.
You gotta appreciate a good ride.
Little safety sips.
yum yum.
Yeah, I was real cautious with my first pull, I'm not gonna lie.
So I know Treasy's got like so much loaded in the chamber,
So much.
but I also want to start out by saying, okay, we definitely want to be like aware and considerate of guests, but also, you know, we've done a lot of thinking and like, we are ADHD motherfuckers and we don't want to like water ourselves down or become something that we're not. And so like,
Preach.
if you're not familiar with ADHD, get familiar and understand that we're not assholes. We're just ADHD. And yeah, so we're gonna be us.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Did you say beef?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
why not?
okay.
Come here,
Alright.
take your pants down.
Well. I'll turn as red as these cups.
What'd y'all invite me to?
Beat off, dude.
Yeah.
I'll beat
It was
I
right
don't
there.
touch
beat you
nobody.
off
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
orchestrated
Good old-fashioned beat off.
orgy.
I'll beat you off right now.
Let's have a beach
Oh
off.
man.
I'm just gonna get started with
Yeah.
a weird question.
Get in it.
Okay. dive
What's the
in.
weirdest thing that you believed as a kid?
The weirdest thing I believed
Yeah,
as a
that's
kid.
not-
Oh my
now.
god.
Oh. Man.
Did y'all all grow up together? Side
So
note?
the weirdest
Me and
thing.
Zach.
No?
Me
Yeah.
and Zach.
Yeah.
You and I
Zach-
met when we
Zach-
were what, 11?
Yeah, Zach and I. We
Okay,
had
so
to be
you knew him
younger.
when he was a
We was
kid.
elementary
Alright.
school.
It was like
We-
5th, 6th grade.
Oh,
So
cute.
11.
I love that. Okay.
But the weirdest thing I believed, my first friend, his name was Calvin. And I don't know where this guy, he's a man now, I'm assuming. But, you know, I haven't had any poor news.
Yeah.
But
Fingers crossed.
We don't know
he
what
was
he's
born. He
identifying
was
with
born
us
the day
currently.
before me, and our moms became
shit.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, same year, you know that. So our moms were in the hospital together and stuff like that. Then later, we were like 4 or 5. Our moms met at the church we attended, and me and this kid hit it off and became friends. And he's 1 day older than me, you know.
Wow.
And this kid had 2 brothers, and it was just me and my little sister. So this kid was like And he had like all the knowledge and all the cool stuff, right? Because my brother said and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
yeah,
right? Because his oldest brother was probably 5-6 years older than all of us, and then the middle brother was only like a year or two older than him. And they had me convinced that and this is how they put it. There's like, tornadoes, right? And I don't know how we got on the subject of tornadoes. And we're all from Wyoming, so it's a lot of tornado experience, right? But they had me convinced that they had figured out what a tornado does to you when it gets you. And it was that a tornado's gonna, when it goes over you, that it like twists your bones up, like twist you up.
Yeah, like
And I
Uzumaki?
carried that way deeper into my life than I want to
care to
admit.
admit?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the velocity termination of it.
No, but that's just gonna pick you up and throw you and terrible things like that. But that it was actually like, you got inside of it and it just twisted your arms and your fingers, and I would have these dreams where I was like, oh, that son of a bitch is gonna get me and twist me up.
Fuck.
Yeah, gonna twist me like a straw wrapper or something,
Why is Zach so scared of tornadoes?
Yeah,
Which is, I mean,
Yeah,
just
well,
fair. I mean, what it actually does to you is not much better. I mean, you getting twisted up too. So I don't know if this.
coming in.
I don't know if this classifies, but I'm a little ashamed of this.
Like mine
But
is a shameful.
when I was a kid, I remember I was in elementary school, and I was in class, just working on a random assignment, and out of nowhere, I had an epiphany that I swear, I'm not even kidding you. I mean this with every fiber of my being. I thought I was about to revolutionize the world with this idea. I run up to the calendar, the weekly calendar, and I start counting because my dumb ass, dead ass, thought that I kept hearing there were 7 days in a week, and out of nowhere, for whatever reason, my weirdo kid brain was like, hold up, did they count the weekends? And I thought that I was about to discover that there was 9 days in a week, and nobody knew. And
That's innocent,
Yeah,
though,
so I legit, I thought, I was like, I'm
funny.
about to like make everybody, we got 9 days, y'all, this whole time. And yeah, I truly, I had an epiphany and excitedly like went up and made a scene. I was like, everybody, and it was like,
They were like, oh, but
start flipping desk over and
like,
just
you
start
guys-
drawing on the wall.
4 days off, y'all.
Sad.
Champion.
So mine is also pretty embarrassing because, being autistic, I'm very gullible. And my parents, these motherfuckers, we went fishing and they had me believing I caught a headless fish. Shit, bro, I was like 13, 14 years old telling my friend this story in front of my parents, and they were like, they bust up laughing, like, you still believe that? I was like, in front of my friend? You fucking bastards. Like, you still believe that? That was the bait.
You're like, I had all the proof. You're like, I had all the proof
Yeah,
right there. Like, I did it. I wrote it in.
What do you mean? Like, it's not hearsay,
bastards.
bro. I caught a headless fish.
Yeah.
that's funny. Mine was that you couldn't roast marshmallows on the stove, or else because it would leach in the chemicals. My mom told me that because she didn't want to
She
clean up
didn't
the
want you to-
fucking mess.
She didn't want you to burn the
And so
kitchen
I
down.
was like, that's something I thought. I was like, no, you can't like toast stuff over that flame because it will leach in the chemicals until I was like 26.
Yeah. See,
Swear to God.
Like,
so
Old.
super deep in life.
I had a driver's license when I was like, wait a minute. like that can't be real. Like, sorry,
At least I guess I'd figured mine out like immediately.
yeah, so you didn't have the big letdown like the rest of us.
Everybody else went further into life being like, guys, I guess that's a fair one. Yeah.
I wanted to do a disclaimer now that I'm thinking about it. So yes, we absolutely do support recovery. But also, not everyone has to be completely sober. Some people can handle one or two things, or
Responsibly.
drink responsibly. And also, like, we're very aware that people use substances, and we can't make them not. So, just wanted to disclaimer that.
Put the little vibes out there.
There's so much history. I mean, especially amongst you and I, Zach and I.
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
there's so much history between me, Zach, and Crook.
I was my first friends that you guys were like first kids that were like, oh hey, we're doing something this weekend.
They come hang out.
You want to come hang out?
Yeah, so I just remember, when you're in school, in elementary especially, when there's a new kid, that's kind of like a big deal, There's
Yeah.
when there's a new kid, it's a
for
big
sure.
deal. So Zach was the new kid, and I wanted to be friends with the new kid. Just because
from the big city of Superior, Wyoming.
Yeah, because you're from Superior. Yeah, from Superior. I just always want to make friends with the new kid. I don't know who initiated the invite, but we had something going on like that weekend, just like hanging out in our neighborhood. So we invited Zach. It was a group of us, and shout out to Colin and Sean. We've talked about them, I believe, before in the cast.
A couple times.
And their mother, Louise.
Yeah. And
Louise
shout out-
Hurley, she is dear friend of mine.
Yeah. It was like our crew's second mama, like everybody's second mama. She was
never hungry.
Yeah.
Never hungry.
Yeah. She'd get mad at you if you was hungry and you went to go cook something yourself. She'd be like, get the hell out of my fucking kitchen. Yeah. Shout out to, we love Louise so much. So just hanging out, and we're over at Colin's house. So Zach isn't aware of the layout of the neighborhood.
I don't know exactly where we're at. Like in reference to like where the school was just down the street.
Yeah, he's also new to the group. We're a bunch of goofy bastards.
That's true.
So true form to myself. This is back elementary school era, Nick. We're walking and we get to my house. But Zach doesn't know this is my house.
Let me take over here.
Yeah. So Zach,
So they get me over there and excited new friends, and like pizza or something like that. And they're like, hey, we're going to run to Nick's house. Well, mind you, I don't know how far that is, and I have no idea where it's at. I don't know where we're at.
Frame of reference,
dark.
like 2 blocks.
And, dude, I'm from a rural area. When it gets dark, you go inside when you're a kid because there's mountain lions and stuff. That's the truth.
Yeah, deadass.
That's the truth. So we're in town, and it's dark, and they're like, hey, we're going to go over to Nick's. And Colin's mom's like, yep, okay. So we leave, and we walk down this alley, and we cross the street, and we walk down another alley, and we cross the street, we hit the road, we go down the sidewalk, and we hit a corner, and all of a sudden Nick's like, ooh, and he points at this house. There's like a 3-car garage in front of this house detached, and then it's got a little gate and like most ominous porch light you could have for the scenario over this screen door, and it's like a distance from this fence, and he tells me something like, I lost my soccer ball
I was like, I
or
fucking
frisbee
hate this
or
neighbor. I said it was my neighbor or something.
I kicked my ball over the fence and they won't get it back. And then he's like, mind you, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get this ball. And Colin and Sean are just instantly like fear face. And I'm like, what? And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go get it. And we're like, oh shit. And we go up to this brick wall. It's probably only 4 foot tall. We all squat down. Nick jumps the gate, doesn't go through the gate. And he walks up to the house and he like looks around, all like checking the scene. And I'm like, this dude's about to go in this random house. Opens the screen door, opens the wood door, all cautious, disappears into the house. Door swings shut, doesn't latch. And we're sitting there, and then I was like, what's he doing? And Colin and Sean don't have any information. They're just looking at me like, oh. And mind you, I don't know these people. So now I can look at them and be like, oh, you guys are messing with me,
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at him, and he disappears, and then pretty soon, this older lady comes to your grandmother, that I know, comes to the door, opens the door, looks left, looks right, and then shuts the door with authority, and you hear it lock.
Oh no!
And I'm like, oh no!
Like well-built door.
So she heard the door, didn't see Nick. I didn't know Nick lived downstairs, and she heard the door and come down, seen the door was open, walked down the stairs and shut the door to her house. Right. So, but the picture it painted for me was, oh no, they got him.
My buddy.
My new friend. I'm freaking out, and I was like, what do we do? And Colin's like, just relax. I'm like, what do you mean relax? And next thing you know, that door comes ripping open, and this bald dude with no shirt on and something shiny in his hand, just like a horror film, like when the knife's shining in the streets, blinging, comes running, and he's running all crazy, all hunkered over, and he's like making noise and stuff, and Colin and Sean run. and they run together, and I'm like, I'm not going that way. I ran the opposite direction, and this son of a bitch chased me down the fucking street for like 2 blocks.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I was like horror film running and didn't know where to go. I didn't know where I was at. And then finally I hear like dumb laughing and chuckling, and I look over and he's just bent over at the waist, slapping his knee, like cry laughing, and then I'm like, what the hell? And he had like a mask, and it like adhered to his face to where it sucked around his eyes and would move and stuff. He had to peel that thing off, and he went, and they knew that's what they were going to do for me to me from the moment they left the house.
That's where you got the inspiration for Nightmare on Elm Street.
Dude, you got me though. I was in hook, line, and sinker. I was like, oh shit!
It took the fuck off. And what's funny about that story is afterwards, like still when we like reminisce on it, and Colin and I've talked about it. Colin's like, dude, I didn't have a formal plan. Like, I wasn't like, I'm gonna go get a mask and put it on and take my shirt off and chase him. I was just like, we're gonna. It was basically, we're just like, we're gonna fucking wing it. We're gonna fuck with him. And so Colin was like, dude, when you bust through the door with that mask on and that knife, he goes, it scared me. He goes, he's like, I knew something. Like, I was in on it, and I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
And they left me, and you know how fast Sean was, bro. He was the first one. He was the first one out, dude. They dipped. And I was convinced.
It's actually,
They scattered.
This is why you don't have new friends.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do Bean Boozled already?
What is Bean?
Well, we can.
Is this
shit,
the?
bro.
Is this like you could get like a booger flavor?
So hold on.
one?
Let's. This will just be foreshadowing. Let's give it a minute. We'll tell another story or two, but we'll foreshadow with Bean Boozled. But we should set the ground rules. If everybody's fucking about that life, you gotta swallow it.
All right.
You gotta swallow it.
See, I feel like as long as you don't have to chew it, like once you bite into it and taste it bad, swallow it. Fucking.
No, that's
be
fine.
Right.
That's fine.
Oh,
but you just gotta swallow
You can
it.
pill drop it.
Yeah, but you gotta bite into it.
Yeah, you gotta bite.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you gotta
chew it up,
but you gotta
rub it on your
You gotta
gums.
crack into that thing. Bro.
Oh man. Maybe I should have asked more questions
Microphone
before I was like,
back
"Yeah, I'll
away.
do your podcast."
Yeah, you're right.
Thanks for the fucking
So we don't
invite.
usually
drunk,
get this
eating
like
beans.
this creative, but
What the fuck? What
Yeah,
the
you got
hell?
a special episode.
That's good. That's
Special
good.
episode. This is a
I
special.
appreciate it.
hell yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, dude. I'll be honest. Usually with the pods, like in the headspace I've been in, it's hard to get motivated. But this one I've been excited about all day.
Hell yeah.
Normally I'm not even into the pod until we're like maybe a few minutes into recording, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting with it.
All
But
right,
this
this
one I
fun.
was like the whole day I was like, I'm excited to go do this.
Yeah,
Like, I'm excited. To do
that's
this.
cool.
Oh, yeah.
Just
That's
'cause
cool.
there's so much fucking history and
You
there's
got,
just so many
you
stories.
got anything? Question or anything?
I need everyone to understand that when we do the podcast, I essentially stay up all night because the day is my night. Because I'm a graveyard worker.
Yeah.
Bitch, I swear to God, I'll fuck you
That's
up.
some shit Batman would say. No.
Oh, you got it.
The day is my
Like
night.
Bane, I was born.
I
Yeah,
am
it
that
is.
man.
The day is my night.
You merely adopted.
You
it.
yeah, dude, I saw one the other day that like Jimmy Neutron. You ever seen that one?
Yeah, I know who Jimmy Neutron
It was
is.
one where Carl was Bane, and it was you nearly adopted it.
Yeah,
You think the darkness is your ally.
that's funny.
Also, quick, while you're doing that, Cal, shout out to the hoodies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shout out
yes.
to the hoodies that Cal made.
Yeah.
Classy
Yo.
broad, baby.
Yeah,
And also,
limited edition.
we'll just plug it now. We got some singles coming out on Christmas too, baby.
Oh yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yeah. If you haven't yet, go check out the singles. We will link them.
Ivana Spaz.
Yeah. Fucking, that's gonna be so much fun. I can't fucking wait for everybody to hear it. Who are you feeling right now, artist wise, and why?
Ooh, artist wise,
Yeah.
Red Clay Strays is a band that I think is just killing it right now. Oh my gosh, that guy's style, his voice, his writing,
I'm
the
gonna
band,
check that.
the Red Clay Strays.
Okay.
I just found out about those guys like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, so there you
Good
go.
shit.
You're in, bro.
Good shit.
And they sing songs that just speak to me.
Are they country?
Yeah,
Okay.
like
Country
rock,
folk-
like old school
folky.
rockabilly, like a 50s style, kind of Elvis-y, mostly country. The lead singer plays a great big GS 50s style electric guitar.
Neat.
And has like the pompadour and stuff like that.
Ah, cool.
But you can tell from their writing and the way they sing they're Christians, the whole band. But they're not like gospel music or worship music and stuff like that. But I try to keep everything about my music personally as true to the T as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
And my faith is something I cannot deny everywhere I go. I'm not out here trying to browbeat people, but I found something that works for me, and I sit and think about like, man, I think this could work for everybody, you know. But the Red Clay Strays as a band, that is right now, they're a rare band. I fancy myself a guy that finds them while they're making YouTube.
Isn't that so much funner?
Yeah, oh yeah,
You're like,
Facebook
yeah, I
videos
get
and
to
stuff,
watch
and
them rise,
like not
yeah.
to be the hipster, but I was listening.
No, I'm a hipster all the way. I don't
So
give a fuck.
listening to Tyler Childers, like when the only way you could find him
He's got been
was
getting
on
bigger. Oh, really?
was on
Oh,
YouTube,
yeah.
and then Zach Bryan was even smaller, and
He's
to
something
watch
in the
Tyler
orange, yeah?
rocket
I love
to
him.
the popular 2019's when he got big, and I mean seriously, I'd been listening to YouTube like it was iTunes or Spotify because of his videos. And
There's some
guys
artists,
like Culture
there's some
Wall and
artists
stuff
I
like
fuck
that.
with. You said that you're watching them back when they were doing their little basement
and now
level fucking
they're a
videos.
That's what we were
household
talking
name
about
for the
last
most
episode,
part.
too,
And-
with
Yeah, I
some
play
rappers.
Culture Wall,
Yeah.
Tyler Childers all the time in the strip clubs.
Yeah,
fucking love
it's
Tyler
great
Childers.
music. I think
Like
it's
sleeping on the blacktops.
Yeah.
For
Like on the,
Let's-
like,
yeah,
like on the
bud.
hip hop, on the hip
Yeah,
hop
dude,
side,
that-
I don't know if you like fuck with like Marlon Craft, but like Marlon Craft is
Oh,
like a
love
super
Marlon
fucking dope
Craft,
rapper.
dude.
And I watched,
Yeah.
I remember seeing his like early videos when he was starting to get a little bit of traction, and dude just dropped a song with like Method Man. He's doing all these fucking crazy hip hop collabs with like legends, and it's dope to fucking see.
long.
Hell yeah.
and then to stay true to, I mean, I guess the roots of the shows like the hip hop.
Yeah.
Music.
Dude, Prof, man.
Oh my
my
god.
God.
I
that
fucking
guy,
love
that
so
fucking
fucking
love.
bro.
I can listen.
Something about it, man.
That guy could rap, man.
Dude, you know,
That
so
guy's
like
got
I
it.
love his hyphy shit, but I was just telling him the other day, like, this season, that's my fucking shit, dude. Cause he's like, bro, I've been through some fucking shit, but like, you think you're gonna fucking stop me? Like, get the fuck out of my way, bitch. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, he's just got
That dude's
the.
so
I
fucking
don't know when we talk about the it. He's got
Yeah.
the it. Oh, is that who you was for
That's Cali,
Halloween?
yeah,
That's
his
Cali.
brother.
That's sweet. Oh, that yeah.
This is gonna have me feeling tingly. So.
Let's discuss faith really quick though.
Okay.
Because like you have your views and we have our views, and one thing we had talked about in our like this is what the podcast is gonna be episode is we want to be able to talk about conflicting views and like respect that. So for me, like I grew up like first with parents who were super weren't into Christianity or anything like that. Then we moved to Montana, and it got like deep for us. And I was like really, really into it. And then I think my parents kind of ruined it for me because they were like, I was getting bullied, you know, and they were like, tell him Jesus loves him anyway. And like, let me tell you how much that's not what you fucking do. Like, you don't fucking do that. Like, it doesn't make anything
Wasn't
better.
effective for you?
No, it wasn't effective.
Turning the other cheek wasn't very effective for me.
Yeah,
for
it
a
didn't
long
work
time
out,
as
you
well.
know? And then as I got older, I kind of just was like, I don't really know. And then I started to believe more in, like, you know, the universe and, like, energy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think now, like, ever since my mom died, like, I don't know what the fuck to believe, you know? It's just kind of interesting things that like, test your faith and like, how you go through life and, you know, things make you question that, right? Like,
I think all of life is a test of faith, or
I
whatever
was just saying that.
whatever it is. And I personally, everything man touches and organizes is ruined.
you're
We
not
ruin
wrong.
everything.
Yeah.
Like, NFL sucks. UFC sucks. You know what I mean? So all of our 3-letter government sucks. Like
Yeah.
we when we organize and we try and like put a box around something, we destroy it as a group.
Yeah, I think that's true
with
of
a mob
religion, too.
mentality. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
You have a
So
little control, yeah.
I believe in the gospel. And I don't have anything against any of these, but I'm not Baptist, I'm not Mormon, I'm not Catholic.
Right,
I'm
no
not-
denomination.
But I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that he was the incarnation of God, and I believe he was the perfect sacrifice, and that he died and went to hell and
Yeah.
defeated death and came back. And
See, and I believe in everything he stands for.
and
for
his blood covered everybody's sins you haven't even committed yet in the ways that we are. And I just know that sometimes when you find people that aren't willing to have an open discussion,
Yeah.
and they're just like, you know, devout, either way, whether they're like, no, that's all bullshit,
right.
or they're super like, you better come to the Lord right now or the
Or
devil's
you're
got
going
you.
to
and
hell.
shitting
Yeah,
ya.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
to paraphrase Rodney Carrington, that's his joke. But the more I try to live like Jesus, and the more I stay in my Bible, and the more I pray, and the more I look at the world with good faith, and I live the way I know I should do, the better my life is. It's not easier. I'm not going to tell you it's all
Yeah.
peaches and creams, because it
Yeah.
is far from it.
Yeah.
No,
It
it's
is far
actually
from it.
interesting
But
that you say that
when
because
you're-
like there's a band I listen to and it's not like denominational or like even like Christian or towards Jesus or anything, but they say when you change the way you see the world you see will change,
Yeah.
and that's like it's just
And
kind
I-
of interesting to see the way that the mindsets kind of travel across.
Yeah. I will say, through our friendship, like being friends since fucking 6th grade, I will say you've always had a pretty steady faith, even if it's been rocky here and there, and maybe you haven't
Yeah.
walked in the path.
Yeah, my walk's by no means
righteously
been perfect and
but,
never will
but
be.
You, all of our friendship, you've been pretty steadfast in your belief in that and
Yeah.
stuff, and like some even little weird random things that I remember is I actually remember like you were doing a little bit of time and you were in jail. That actually shout out to Louise again, but she would go up to the jail and
Yeah.
you guys would like read Bible Bible verses and whatnot and stuff. Like,
Yeah, and she brought me a Catholic prayer cut out and laminated it and everything.
Yeah,
and
really.
she was all heartbroken when she'd come visit me. She's like, they won't let you have this. I was like, yeah, you can't pass me anything. You know, Louise, bless her heart, she ain't gonna make that acid for me to cut up my prayer and get everybody tripping in the pod. You know, like so, like she knows.
You don't know that.
And really, I am so blessed that I did have her because that was something. Man, I come running. I'm good at making a wreck of my life. I tend to turn back towards Jesus regularly, and it works for me.
Oh yeah.
And I will talk about it with anybody, everywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
And I'm not
well, and
trying.
I love that you can talk about it with people who don't necessarily feel the same way as you. Like,
Oh yeah. I mean, that's what it's about. I mean, so if you read the gospel, when Jesus told his apostles to go tell them before Jesus was crucified, there's a point in there. He tells the disciples, go out and spread the word. And then they say, like, well, what if they don't listen? He's like, well, then move on to the next. Wash your feet and move on. So my job is just to tell y'all, the whole world.
You should
Anybody
plant the
comes
seeds,
across,
right?
I just like a faith of a mustard seed, right?
Yeah.
But my job's to say it, and then I'm not supposed to browbeat you into. I can't give you my faith. I can't give you faith in Jesus. That's on your own. But I'm telling you, guys get in that Bible and you read them stories about Jesus. It'll change you, even if it ain't something you want to admit is Jesus changing you, that Bible will change you.
Oh yeah.
It's a peaceful thing, and you'll come out different on the other side. I do know that.
What's your take, Tracy?
So me and Zach have actually had a lot of conversations in the past about this, and I bet even now, dynamically, we've probably both changed to a fair amount. I'll agree with you, Kelly, in the context of, for the longest time, my family being a Catholic, but I was very far from it. Like, I was never raised to go to church or taught it or anything like that. And then just, I've kind of grown up on my own and, like, formed my own opinions very much similar to you. Like, I just believe in kind of universal and, like, whatever it is, like, I've experienced so much in life and so much indescribable things that I'm like, man, there's something. I can't put my finger on it. I can't pinpoint it. The loss of my father was a big thing to reconcile with, and the birth of my children, things like that. So I always round back to, and this is just me being like true, because kind of back into the frame of mind that you are, is that like you can't give somebody faith, you have to find it themselves. With me, even the times I've actually, and I mean this sincerely, had scenarios in my life where I've like actually prayed and like, look, God, if you're real, like I swear to God, if you help me right now, I will go to church every day. Like, please, like I've been that distraught before, and in those moments, I still haven't found what I would, I guess, consider that I was looking for. So I still always round back to, I just don't know. Like, it's as simple as that.
Which is totally fair.
Like, it always just kind of circles back to, I just don't know. With the lack of knowledge, I still continue to try to do my best to be an example of, like, what I consider a good human being would be. Just based off of my own moral conflictions of, like, how would I want to act and respond to situations to set a good precedent. So that's
Well, and that's where I was saying, like, I love everything that Jesus stands for, because it's, compassion. Because he's like, that guy is hurting you, love him. You know, like, and that
The hungry
that
feed 'em.
I stand for. You know what I mean? I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like if Jesus and God are what they say they are, then I think that would be enough. You don't believe in the whole, if you don't accept Jesus in your heart, then you're going to hell shit. For me personally, I think if you are embodying the principles that make you a good person, which is what he preached, then if that's real, like, you should be able to go to heaven.
Yeah. I think it kind of circles back to what
I'm
Zach
a
kind
heathen.
of what Zach kind of stated earlier.
What'd you say?
I said I'm a heathen. It's
Yeah.
true.
I think kind of circling back to what Zach stated previously was that humans, man, mucks everything up, man. They muddy everything up they touch. So you got something good and sacred. Take enough humans to put their piece on it, and it's probably going to get skewed and distorted. And
Look at any
twisted,
big
so.
city, Look at any city, really. The aerial view of it, you have the nature surrounding, beautiful. Then you have where the humans are.
Yeah,
That is
really,
not
though.
very pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And just to touch on letting someone to believe in what you believe or trying to convince someone, it's just kind of like when you're sorry. You would say, I'm sorry. The only thing that'll prove that you are sorry is your actions, right?
Yeah.
Is the change.
Yeah, big
So
facts.
I kind of try and correlate that with, if if I behave and do the things that I'm supposed to, then people are going to see what Jesus looks like and what Jesus is.
Yeah, because exactly. Because
And
I can talk to you that I'm a good person till I'm blue in the face.
And
but,
God willing, I hope that's what people find and see.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's a fair perspective. What about you, Crook? Any input or
I'm a
thoughts?
heathen.
You're just a heathen.
Yeah.
That's your
I'm gonna
base
be
level
honest. I
response.
don't really know
Heathen!
the meaning of the word heathen. I've heard it a lot, but
Hey Google,
yeah.
what does the word heathen mean?
Here's the definition of heathen.
Oh, that was a real thing.
A person who does not belong to a widely held religion,
Okay.
especially one who is not a Christian, Jew, or Muslim, as regarded by those who do.
Well, I suppose then
No religion,
as
but
well.
especially not Judeo.
Yeah.
You're like,
Got a little bit
feels
harsh
like
there.
it feels like a derogatory term, though,
Google's
right?
like,
Especially. Yeah.
hold on, Google. Like,
Yeah, so,
be kind, okay? Like,
so I think that's a healthy perspective on
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. Thanks for having that discussion with us.
yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So if
yeah, I'll
you guys
talk about anything.
if you guys are cool with it, I'd like to hop into now the side of the hip hop thing
Absolutely.
and jumping into it.
Don't
All
put
right.
it too far away. You
So
won't know.
we'll start off because I mean this. Once we start this, I feel like this is now the fucking rabbit hole. Once we start talking about this.
Okay.
So I'll start off by even talking about obviously, like our relationship started just like by being homies. You know, we were a new kid in school, invited you over, horrified you with the demon mask. Outside of that, one thing that really bonded us, which is a beautiful thing, is music. Music really brought us together in our group.
That's what brought us together.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, all of it.
100%.
All of it connects. But so for Zach and I recall it first started with us just like loving hip hop. We found the thing, and me, I've always been a hip hop kid. That's kind of been my mainstream thing that I've always listened to. Zach, he's always been more eclectic. On the hip hop side of it, we would like hang out and we'd have our favorite albums, and we would just walk the neighborhood, and we would pick songs that we liked, like the songs that we were fucking with, all of us, like our group of friends, and we would take turns spitting verses and like delegating who rapped what part and who did the
Cute.
hook.
I
Yeah,
love
so
that.
for me, I was in I started writing in 5th grade, and then I kept doing it through 6th grade. So y'all met me, and y'all scared the hell out of me and all that. I was writing then. So then in 7th grade, 8 Mile and stuff came out, and like all of that stuff was growing.
Yeah, and we were like, us
And
white boys, like, oh, we
I
can
remember,
do this.
yeah, right. But I remember specifically Colin asking me what I was doing, and then I just kind of told him, and then he was like, "Oh, let me hear it." I thought he was gonna like totally bomb on me, right, and like, and give me a bunch of shit. So then I read him,
Especially
I rapped
knowing
him
Colin.
something I wrote, and it was terrible. Right, it was all choppy, no confidence. It was not written to anything. It was just angsty early teen,
Just a beat.
Yeah.
nuts dropping, you know,
Yeah.
rap.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh," so then the next thing I know, he's like, "Show them." And by them, I mean like Nick and Hunter Knezovich and stuff like that, like the little group of
I
friends we
remember
had.
Hunter spit with you guys on that
Yeah.
first
For a
one.
second,
For
yeah.
a while there, like people don't realize for like our
And
early
Jay
friends,
Davis, he used to do it too
shout out
with
to
us,
Jay,
and, like-
Young Old Heads, bro. That Jay rap, yeah.
And
Oh,
then I
really?
remember Jay,
Damn.
he
JD, nice, yeah.
yeah, so he
Oh,
came
I
here.
love that.
I met him through my cousin, and then we started junior high, and I knew him. And then he had been back home, and he showed back up, and he had like these mixtapes.
Yeah,
all
I
these
talk
burned-
about that shit all the
and all
time,
these
bro.
burned CDs, bro. And
Brought
it
him
was
from-
a bunch
he
of
brought
music
a bunch of
that
bootleg tapes from Brooklyn.
that
He went to-
nobody had heard.
bootleg
yeah.
tapes from Brooklyn.
And it was
shit.
like the Benzino Eminem beef.
Yeah,
and like
shit that never touched ground here.
50 Cent shit that you can't find now and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And,
Yeah.
and then so that we get
That's
it.
fucking dope.
Dude, it was way dope.
Yeah,
It was
I
so
wonder
like-
if he still has some.
Dipset. Jay introduced me to
I
Dipset.
hope so because it's history.
I'd
really.
read it.
Yeah,
Like
I-
Jules Santana. Oh yeah, man. Like, yeah, bro. I love that you remember that because
Yeah.
I recollect on that like fondly so often, bro. Like, yeah.
And then LimeWire or it was Kazaa
Oh,
or
man.
whatever
Yeah.
it was. That was the first
Fuck.
version, right?
Computer aids.
Yeah. But then so then now and then you know we go down to Hastings and you grab a magazine and it was like The Source or Double XL or something.
Yep.
And it would have
Bro,
like
you're giving me
What's that?
flashbacks.
it'd have like an
Access?
unsigned hype section or something.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, we're at someone's house who's got a computer and a CD burner and the ability to, you know, pirate all this music. We'd sit down and just start typing that, you know,
Yeah, you
and,
just
and,
type-
and just have just
And what's funny is back
tons
then
of
those
stuff.
tracks sounded horrible. They were like fucking street again.
And we were just like
we were fucking
stank
vibing.
face, head bobbing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
like
sounds
this,
like a robot version.
Yeah, just
yeah.
fucking.
or like way far back, like it was underwater.
Yeah.
And we're still just loud, just
Just in the car,
yeah.
yeah.
Listen to what he says.
I
And
knew
just
about
remember, I
LimeWire,
remember
but I
being
never got to play
enthralled
with
with like battle rap,
Yeah,
like
same.
like
Same.
beef,
Like
if
Reed
you will.
Dallas back in the day.
Yeah.
Y'all remember him? Reed Dallas?
Oh, I don't know if I do.
Reed
man.
Dallas from Philly. He was crazy with it back in
Really?
the day, bro. Yeah.
I remember on the battle rap side of it, that was one thing. Particularly you and I, Phil, got really into battle rap, bro.
Yeah.
Like me and you was.
It was a time thing for sure.
Yeah.
And we didn't have like SoundCloud and stuff like that. Now, a young guy will be like, "Hey, want to hear my music?" And he whips out his phone and he's like,
Yeah.
and he's got it now. Now you can get it right onto Spotify and shit. But way before that, I remember finding rappers on MySpace. And it was that there's this dude. His name was Ill Limit.
We're old.
Yeah, Ill Limit, bro. And Hard Target. You remember Hard Target?
And Ill Limit was out of Denver.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to that guy, or if he still makes music, or if because he was older than us, so he's probably in his 40s now. And I don't know if he's just a regular dude like me, man. But if you're out there somewhere, dude, you could rap.
We was fucking with you heavy, bro.
Yeah, dude, he had it. I was too.
Yeah.
I liked him just like I liked anybody on a shelf at Hastings.
Yeah,
You know?
same with Hard Target. We fucked with that. You remember Hard Target?
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude we fucked with for a while. Yeah.
The long hair and the 80s.
Yeah. Said being fans, then we would just kind of freestyle. Like on my end, like I know Zach wrote more than I did, but I became what I'd consider like a freestyle artist. And I'd freestyle. And if Zach considers what he showed Colin back then bad, I think that 10 times worse. Like I was not good. But I to me, and I'm not kidding, this is kind of where that skewed perception comes in. In my head, I thought I was spitting like fucking 50 and
I'm dialogue.
I was convinced.
Yeah.
And I remember from rapping, me and you always kind of had this chip on our shoulder, so we'd really fucking try to do it. And shout out to G&T. Remember G&T? Yeah. So Greg and TJ, and rest in peace to Greg. Greg passed away. But shout out to Greg and TJ. But they were two other rappers at high school that had CDs. So at this time, Zach and I had just been freestyling. If you heard us rap, it's because you heard us rap in person. And Greg and TJ were showing up to school with CDs.
Well, what got us in with them was Colin he got a little, like a memo recorder with a little mini VA, or a little, like, it looked like a cassette tape, but it was tiny. You know, like a little 1-inch by 2-inch tape. And he would take it into school, and he used it for a while, hit record and listen to the lecture or whatever. Well, then he quit using it. And then Nick and I come up with this idea, and I don't know how this came to be, but like the songs would play out. And some of them songs you'd get like 60 seconds plus and just beat at the end, right?
Just the beat would just play.
So then we would write to beats songs we liked, and we'd do it, and then we would start the song, and we get it, and then we would hit pause, and we'd like, all right, you ready? He'd like, yeah, you're ready. And one of us would hold the thing up to the CD player, and so you'd hit play on the CD player, and it'd start playing the beat, the outro of the song, and then we'd hit record on that thing, and then we'd rap into it,
bro.
And then we'd stop it,
hip hop, bro.
and then we'd stop it, and
we'd make songs.
Or just 6
freestyles.
minutes of randomness.
Yeah, and then we would walk to the high school.
Skip school to do it. Skip school to do it.
And we'd walk to school when everybody's getting out of school, and we'd go show everybody. We'd just bring our tape recorder and just play.
Check this out.
Check that out.
That's awesome.
And people would listen to it, and the next thing you know, it's like, and I remember the period of like, as it like started growing, and a few more people did it here and there, and you got people that weren't as proud or as people that were as willing to admit they did it and stuff like that. You had to do it. Like, you had to be able to do it. I remember guys would be like, oh, you rap right now. And then finding myself getting comfortable with doing that, and then making everybody be like, oh,
like you rap.
And then next thing you know, you've got crowds of people.
My dick, bitch.
You could be at a skate park. You could be outside the beer tent.
Well, house parties all the time, dude.
House party.
We'd be at a house party or a bonfire, and suddenly like, dude, spit a freestyle. Yeah, and then you'd start to notice too, like the separation between the guy who listens to rap and freestyle every now and again, and then like when we would step up there and we'd start to like we rap, like we. Actually,
I'm obsessed with
this. Like I'm not just doing this every now and again. Like, bro, I freestyle for 6 hours on the way here. You know, kind of thing.
I was convinced
I did two the other day.
I feel like I missed out on my childhood
straight.
listening to you guys tell stories.
I was convinced for a long time that's what I was going to do.
So then when we heard Greg and TJ were showing up, so me and Zach were recording on this little fucking tape recorder, and Greg and TJ were coming to school with actual like CDs, burnt CDs of them rapping
with like 5, 6, 7
songs. And so we were like, and formatted songs like, to their own beats. So then we
and sound effects and shit.
Yeah, and we were like, we were like, Peep Game, what you doing?
So he says Peep Game.
Yeah, so they invited us over one day. And we went over and they had, I remember Sony Acid. They were the ones that showed us that they had a pirated version of Sony Acid.
Yeah.
And not like
Thank you, LimeWire.
Yeah. Pirated
Stole
version.
the software.
Yeah,
recorded
Sony.
it.
I remember you had that
Sony.
too.
Yeah. I did the same shit.
Yeah.
Pete gave me a shout out to Greg and TJ. Like my first studio was because I learned from them like what they
How
did.
to steal that shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was Sony Acid, and we went over there and we recorded a song with them to the Shook Ones beat. If anybody knows
Nice.
Shook Ones, it is one of the
Yeah.
most infamous, if not the most infamous hip hop beat
I bet
ever.
everybody rapping in that era did one
Especially
of
from
the
that
Shook Ones
time,
beat.
yeah.
Yeah, from that. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we rapped to the
That
we-
line.
So, yeah,
now
so we-
everybody from the 313, like that's the first place I ever heard
Yeah,
it.
well, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Follow me. Yeah.
Yeah.
The actual song itself is fucking phenomenal as well. So we did a song to that, and me and Zach again. I think Greg and TJ wrote theirs, and me and you just freestyled ours, like did our thing. But
Yeah,
so,
just
so-
showed up excited to do it.
Yeah, so from here I'll give you my perspective and kind of how all of it still ties in. So we do the song and I freestyle my thing, and up until now I've just been recording on this little tape recorder, and it gives you this fucking hyper compressed vocal and this and that. And even this mic we were recording on now was, just is this little shitty digital computer mic.
This is better than that.
Oh, like eons.
oh,
We're
yeah,
talking.
yeah.
This is
These
like
$30
if that
Yeah,
mic
yeah.
is what that we used back then is what got us to the moon. This would be the shit that got us into the next galaxy. Like, comparatively.
Yeah.
That would
So
be your, like,
you remember the
$1,000
desk
mic back
mics,
then.
like when they started doing
Those
the
little pencil
they
ones.
were pencils. They were white and they were real long.
Yeah, and
they were like
and you could
wire.
get wiry. You could bend them and
Yeah.
This is back when the glass, it was
Man, I'm
even the
sheltered.
computers had glass screens and were bubble.
I remember recording it, and it was like GNT, Madison no trees, bitches recognize some bitch better believe.
Yeah, that is what it was.
Yeah. It was. So we did this. We did this song, and I remember I was gassed when we fucking recorded it. Well, then when we burned it to a CD and recorded, and played it in a car, I was like, oh, I can't rap. Turns out I actually don't know how to rap that well. And I was really jealous because here's the thing: is I was already jealous of Greg and TJ because they were more seasoned than I was. They had their studio. They'd been writing. I was coming in there with this chip on my shoulder, freestyling, thinking I sounded dope. Zach, who admittedly he'd been doing it longer than I have, maybe, I don't know if you took it more serious, whatever it was, but I remember I was already jealous of Greg and TJ, and then when Zach started spitting, Greg and TJ got jealous of Zach. They were like, dude, you're so fucking so they were gassing him up, and like, on my end, I was like, oh no, like, I'm definitely the weak link.
What
on
have I
this.
done?
Yeah, no, I was like,
Yeah.
oh no, like, my homeboys over here fucking flaming it, they're gassing him up. I'm already jealous of you two, and for me, on my perspective, we recorded that song, and I actually vividly remember I was with friends in the Pizza Hut parking lot, and we had the CD, and I went to play it for a group of friends, and I just remember it was one of those things where my part came on, and you could kind of feel the vibe of the car. Everybody was like, ooh, because everybody's early before that was like vibing to the song, was like, ooh, and then my part came on.
That's how
and
it
was
is
just
when I
like,
play my music for people who like radio hip hop.
it's just
They're
like,
like,
ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
it's so
that for
good.
me that was a kind of, I had to, in those moments for me personally, I had to start thinking like, yo, either like I just am like, oh shit, this ain't for me, and I'm not the
I'm
one.
going-
Let me
I
touch
dive
on
in.
that real,
Yeah.
dude. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, dude, it was good.
It was
I'm
not.
not gonna tell you that, but the foundation was there. Bro, the structure of it was there. Feel the most honored, like when it comes to your catalog, because I've quite literally heard everything.
Every fucking
And to watch it from the first thing I ever heard you rap and being like, yeah, man, you'll get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to like what it
trying,
is
buddy.
now. I'm like, man, I couldn't write that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's and dude, how many times, like even years advanced, I know all four of us have suffered from it. I've just to be speculative, I guess, but you're confident, you're like in your groove, you've been writing a lot, you're on fire, you're like, let's go, and then you get on a collab with, and it's not someone new, it's like with the boys,
we talk
with the
about this
crew,
all the time.
and then you're like, look at this beat, and everybody's like, yo, that's awesome, and then you're like, hey, look what I wrote to it, and you do it, and everybody's like, hell yeah, that's tight, and then you're like, hey, would you like to get on it? And of course, and then they go over in the corner and in 5 minutes write something, and then they're like, "Hey, this is what I got so far," and you just want to like rip your whole notebook in half.
Literally, I'm
Like,
sensitive as
no,
fuck.
that
I
is-
used to
that is-
cry when we would try to fucking write shit together because they would be like,
And you
boom,
can't
boom,
be
boom,
like
boom,
that.
and I couldn't think of anything, and I would just sit there and cry, and they'd be like, dude, it's good,
I
you're
can't tell you the
good.
amount of times that we would, especially Newzoo, because like this is why I'm so excited about the episode. I needed this. I needed to reminisce on these things.
Yeah.
The times we'd be chilling wherever it was, whether it was Crookie's old apartment, my fucking grandma's kitchen, like Zach's old house, wherever we were at when we were cooking up. Like somewhere we was cooking up and we would play a beat on repeat over and over. And funny stories, like I was notorious for being in charge of the beat, and without like group consensus, I would get so lost in the sauce, I'd start the beat over, and people like, dude, like what the fuck? Because I'd be like at the computer.
Or you trying to
Yep,
make
you used to
syllables.
do that with us.
Trying to
And
make syllables
exactly,
work, and
that's
Nick
what I'm
start
saying.
the beat over, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, bro.
Yeah, and it's one that has like a fucking 84-second intro, like just piano. But
waiting for the bridge to go away so you know where to write.
So, but I so many times we'd be chilling, and this happened. This happened with because when we get to the Newzoo stuff later. But shout out to Cyrus. But the four of us in particular, me, you, Crook, Cyrus. I remember I'd be writing with you guys in fucking countless times, and it still happens to this day now. We'd start writing the beat, and I'm like, "What you got?" And fucking you'd spit something, or then Crook would spit something, or like whatever, and I'm like, "No, that's what we're doing." Like fucking, okay, all right, we're rapping, yeah. You just like,
we're that serious.
we try to fucking flex. We body,
always made me fucking.
Man.
we body and shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, he gets
I
it
put
right
you
in
in
the
that
cut,
category for me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, both you. But if I had to just give the crown to one person that always made me want to be better, every time I, like, especially if, like, Nick's was done, and mine was done, and Cyrus's was done, and then we're like, all right, just waiting on Jesse, bro, you'd show up, and he'd be like, well, I'm going to record last, and then, like, rewrite most of mine. Like, dude, that's the truth, dude.
This motherfucker, he's just natural.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, I not to make light of your craft, bro, it sounds effortless, and it's,
No,
it's
seriously,
awesome.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
Trying.
You are a bar writing.
I still get jealous of him.
So the evolution of our relationship. So from there, the next step was with us being like Zach and I. Our genre of hip hop we listened to was very specific. And Crookie at the time, we knew of Crookie like when we were in high school. So now we know of Crook and his crew, and they are the Juggalos. Yeah. And they're ICP fans. We're hardcore like Shady Aftermath fans.
And like not naming names, I knew some guys that rapped and they didn't get better for a long time.
Yes.
Some of them are phenomenal now, and some of them don't do it no more because. And you blew my fucking mind.
So here's the.
I was like,
I'll tell this story. This is how Crookie enters the fold. So I fuck up enough in school that I end up in independent high school. So they take me out of the regular high school where all my friends are. And,
Same, bro.
Yeah,
I seen the writing on the wall.
Crook just fucking slide right in. But I end up at Independence, and that's how me and Crook become homies. Now at this time, there had already been some beef between our like friend groups just because of this stupid, like literally as simple as like you like ICP. I like Eminem. Fuck you. Yeah, like literally, it was that stupid. And I mean, we was like meeting up at the skate park to fight. Like I never fought. I would just kind of show up and be part of the entourage. But like everybody was like showing up to fight. And I remember just based off that, when I started hanging out with Crook, what was his name? Mr. Johnson, the teacher.
Mr. Johnson,
yeah, he was our science teacher.
Mr. Johnson,
and he like shout out to at the time Independence, but
funny?
like it was.
That's an ICP song, Mr. Johnson's head.
No shit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so full circle, baby.
Yeah, the teacher's like being a dick, and he fucking cuts off his head and puts it in
like,
his
The
backpack.
fucking universe.
And he's just walking around being like, I got his fucking head in my back.
None of this happened to these teachers.
Yeah. But we're in Independence, and for those that don't know, or have this experience, our Independence back in this era, I don't know how it is now, but it was actually pretty lawless. Like when you went there, it was like the teachers were just like, man, I don't fucking care what you do, man. Like stay the fuck out of my hair. Like pass the test.
You had a lot more
just
freedom.
how
Get
alternative
your
high
grades.
school
You had a lot
was.
more
Basically.
freedom. You had a lot more
So
freedom.
during the science portion, me and Crookie would go in the back room of our science class, and it was where like the snakes and like things were and stuff, and we would write raps and we'd spit back and forth to each other, and so that's when I was like, oh, Crooks, this dude's dope. Like this dude who like, I thought you was the enemy this whole time, and you're pretty good.
We just become best friends.
Yeah. So we were having that kind of moment, and so what I remember is now at this time I had upgraded, and I got, this is back when I finally got my own.
The BR.
Yeah. I got my BR 1200. Shout out to whoever made that. I think it was like Bose.
Boss.
Yeah, but yeah. So the BR 1200, that was our first like legit, what we'd consider legit piece of studio equipment that we got.
What, analog over digital?
Yeah.
Mixer. Yeah.
And so I remember hitting Crook up, and I was just like, bro, you got to come over here, because he spit me a song in class. I'm like, you got to come record that. Like, come to my house and record that. So he did.
I don't know how to run this thing, but we're gonna get it on
that.
there. Yeah.
I was like, it was one of those like, I'm gonna press buttons until something works. Like, I'll figure it out.
I still do that.
Yeah. I did that, and I remember telling Zach, and admittedly, Zach talks about being like, I don't want to speak for you, but Zach being, even back in that era, like, pretty hard-headed dude. He was like, when I was like, Crook, he's like, fuck that, and fuck them, and fuck the Juggalos, fuck them all. Yeah, like, Zach was not having it. And so I was like, bro, and so I remember he came over to record it, and he recorded a song, I don't know if you remember Crook, but Back to Basics.
Yep.
Taking it back to basics,
I
back
remember
to
that
basics.
song.
And Crook recorded this song called Back to Basics, and it was fucking eons ahead of what I'd ever done at this point. I was like,
So I remember you showing me that, and you being like, just have an open mind.
No, I did. I remember.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, you gotta listen. And I just remember, because this is before the new zoo existed. I was like, Zach, like, you gotta listen to this Jesse Crook. And he's like, fuck, man, what? And I put it in, and like, listen to the song. He's like, okay, we can rap with him. Like,
Like I'm the gate holder, bro. Like I did do that. I did that to Cyrus too. And what am I thinking? Holy smokes!
Yeah, so that's how Crookie got folded in, because then we did Back to Basics, and it just like fucking bled into that, and it went from Crook to, like, I wish Cyrus was here to share his. I mean, if Cyrus was here, we would have a 47,000 hour episode, only because the contribution of all of us. But like on Cyrus's end, we have our own like history, and I think that's I won't get too into it, because at some point in season 2, I'd like Cyrus to come in and be on an ep. But then Cyrus got folded in. And so the four of us, when we started rapping together, we just decided that we were the new zoo. Like the four of us were like the four of us, when we're together, we are the new zoo.
Yeah, I just remember collectively being like, we need to stop including other people. We're just gonna do it, the four of us. And we're all gonna do our own thing.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but mine's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm taking it easy on mine.
I'll help you.
I bet. Yeah, by all means, bro, you get thirsty, have yourself a pull, man. Get you a
I
nip.
ate a whole sewing kit.
A whole sewing kit.
Yeah, so
that is what goes in that.
They're so
Alright.
good.
It's fucking time.
And my
Okay.
favorites. Oh,
Bean Boozled. Yeah, we'll do a
I'm so
Bean Boozled
scared.
segue.
So what are the rules?
There's not really any rules. You just
Hey, this
spin
is y'all's show. Tell me,
You
you make
just
them.
spin the thing and eat the.
I like how you
booger.
say there's no
color.
rules. The rules are simple. You spin the thing and you eat it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the rules.
yep.
Gulp.
But I did establish earlier, we gotta
You gotta
chew
swallow
it and
it.
swallow it. You gotta crack
You gotta
it open.
take a bite.
You gotta crack it
Because
open.
I'm so afraid.
I don't know.
I
didn't know
I
this is.
accidentally peeped some of the bad flavors, and they're so bad.
Yes.
Well, I think that that's
I
the
didn't
whole
know
point.
this was
No,
gonna
hold on,
be-
hold on, hold on.
I actually
Actually,
don't even
give me
like
the
jelly
box.
beans
Give me the
at
box
all.
lid. Give me the box lid.
Put it on the 50
Yeah,
yard line.
we're just gonna air it out. Okay, guys. So we're gonna
Possibilities
Yeah,
are.
here's the possibilities. Break it down. So if you get a black jelly bean, it might be burnt rubber or licorice. And I mean, I would consider
Both of those
that-
are bad.
I would consider. Yeah, that is bad.
Yeah,
both
right.
bad. But I would
That one
consider.
there's no wins
I
there.
would consider that still on the spectrum. That's tame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next up, we have, if it looks like a terrible color of like yellow and brown, that could be wet dog, fucking gross,
Oh man.
or
yeah,
top banana.
It all says new. It's all proud of it. It's like, man, look at this idea.
We figured out what a wet dog tastes like.
Tastes just like it smells like.
I imagine that's exactly that scenario.
Yeah, we'll have the buckets,
So
that's why.
if you have like a multi-spectrum colorful one, it looks like
Give me my jingle bells. I'll
you
wear
might get stinky socks or tutti frutti. If you have a light blue one, a beautiful one, this one's safe no matter which direction you go. This is me when me and Jay did this. This was our saving grace. Toothpaste or berry blue. If you have an orange speckled one, you might get barf or peach. If you have a tan and brown speckled one,
no.
stink bug or toasted marshmallow. If you have a green speckled one, booger, fucking gross,
Or juicy
or
pear.
juicy pear.
Whose idea was this?
Mine.
Yeah. it's
Like he means who made these.
Yeah. He was at a meeting and he was
very
like,
sadistic.
somebody-
I got an idea.
Somebody at Jelly Belly was like, wait.
And then the dude in charge with the checkbook was like, do it.
Like it'll be
Hey,
extra bad for people
The
who
dude with the
hate
fucking
jelly
clip.
beans.
The dude
I
with
don't
the
like
clipboard was
jelly
like,
beans.
pay the man.
Pay that guy.
Yeah.
These fucking people.
So now this is, to me personally, this is the one I'm most fearful of because this is the one that got me really bad in the past. If it's like a light red, dark red speckled one, it could be old bandage or pomegranate. And so we're talking about like a used old Band-Aid.
Oh my
Dude, that
God,
makes me
bro,
want to
you
gag
keep
just
sweating.
thinking about that.
If it's like a dark, a deep brown kind of speckled one, it could be liver and onions or cappuccino. And if it's it's pretty similar to the barf color one, but it's if it's like an orange, red speckled one, it could be dead fish or strawberry banana smoothie.
Oh no, I'm so scared.
That's
Dead
Dead
fish,
fish.
bro? An
Yeah.
old Band-Aid? Quick, and now he's also over here just manhandling all.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm
it's
showing
like,
him. No, smell my hands.
No,
They're clean.
I'm good,
They're
bro.
Clean.
I know you.
all right.
Alright,
So
who's
wait, so who
first?
starts?
I'll go first. Fuck it. That's my idea.
All right, bro.
What if it's in the middle?
Spin again. Spin again.
Yeah.
Spin again.
That's a red one. That's a
The
red.
the liver and onions or cappuccino?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You think?
Okay. You can't tell. 'cause
You
of the
can't
shell.
tell before the show. Please.
Oh, that's bad.
Dude, I can't.
There's somebody else's bucket. This one's your shell.
Oh yeah. No, man.
Oh no!
Did you spit it out?
This
Did you spit it out?
Yeah.
You-
No, man. His reaction to that. His whole body lurched and I almost gagged. That's not, man.
I'm so scared. Please.
Weak stomachs.
I
Beware.
have to
Oh.
know.
You ate it?
Oh.
My fucking dude. That's a
No. No, I said, okay, so I can't promise that I'm going to do that.
That's fine. You know what? Do
I-
your best.
If this is a test of
Can't believe
constitution,
stomach, you're not
mine's
gonna
very
watch
weak.
this.
Yeah. No, this is fair. Okay.
Oh, that's terrible.
All right.
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up.
I know
For
people,
sure.
just that sound will make them puke. They can't even watch the episode now.
That got me.
Dude, that's bad.
That got me
Yeah,
good.
all right, I'll go next.
All right.
I got to get this out of the way.
So scared.
'Cause I don't know how many rounds of this.
I say
right
we
there's good.
just like we'll do a round and then talk and then do a round and
You got black.
I got
black. Okay.
berry blue or toothpaste.
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
Oh, you did. Oh, you're fucking you lucky
I
motherfucker.
was lucky.
Oh no, does it fucking taste like Colgate or fucking a delicious?
Yeah, it tastes like
blueberry?
mouthwash.
Yeah, okay.
They're all
Why
bad.
did
What
you
if they just made
project
them
that?
all bad?
Dude, when me and Jay did it, I think we like split it up between 10 jelly beans each. I think 9 out of 10 of mine were the bad ones. And I was like, bro.
You guys like played the whole thing.
Oh yeah, we went all out, bro. It's
right.
the closest I've ever got to vomiting on camera.
Let me spin
Dude,
for
I
you.
almost
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
I
do
can
me the
tell you,
honors, my
I
friend.
probably am
You
going
got-
to.
Oh, you
Toasted
piece of
marshmallow?
shit! No, it's stink bug or toasted marshmallow.
That's
Oh no!
I don't know.
It's white.
Just smelling
Yeah,
a
it's white
stink
with,
bug
like- it looks
fucking
like
makes
a-
me want to throw
like a
up,
cow,
dude.
Dude,
Ugh.
man.
There's a bucket
God,
right here.
I'm so scared.
and yours is right
Yeah,
I-
I-
Let me clear my
I
bucket.
have
real
overcome
fast.
real fears of mine lately, and like
may have enough
I'm
of that drink in
fucking
you, though. You
legit
probably can't
viscerally
taste
No, I'm gonna say I
scared
feel
right
pretty
now.
fucking good. I'm actually half tempted to just fucking inherit yours if you're not gonna drink it.
No, I'm not in a hurry.
So
I'm praying for you.
I think it was, I was like,
God,
there's no
you
way
know,
that was stink
smacking
bug.
all hard.
It would be so fast, dude.
yeah,
Oh
marshmallow.
God.
Dude, that one tastes good too.
Yeah, I would take another one of
Yeah.
those.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, if there's a God, let me have a good
man.
one. What is that one?
Oh, top banana or wet dog.
Oh yeah, you get the new one.
Oh God.
Come on. I really hope
Oh,
you
I'm
get
so
top
scared.
banana.
It's banana. Yeah.
Yeah, the relief. Yes.
All right,
I was so
so
scared.
do we move on to more talking, or should we do one more round?
Oh.
Do
One more round, all right.
I like the comment here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm scared. Oh, there must be a God.
I'm telling you, sister, there is.
No. I got
is it?
top
What is it?
banana or wet dog.
Oh, banana. Man,
And there's already one good one missing.
Yeah.
the odds are fucking not in your favor.
You know what would mess with you even more? If they showed you odds on there.
Yeah, if it's like,
There you go.
all right, believe. Please. What was it? Oh, it was definitely wet.
Oh! Wet dog.
It wasn't good.
Oh, man.
Dude, I can't believe you chewed it that much. I literally
couldn't
bit
tell
into it,
ever.
stuck my tongue in it, and fucking.
I got Tutti Frutti or Stinky Sock. No. Dude, I hate feet. I hate.
I'm so sorry.
Man, and I don't feel like there's a lot of options for this one in here.
Yeah, no, it looks like you're running pretty sparse on that.
Oh, no.
Is that the right one?
Is, right? Here.
Let me see.
This one right here?
No.
Your reaction is.
That one. Yeah, right there.
Are you sure?
Yeah, see? Look. Pretty.
I just don't want this one because you picked it.
I fucking. You trust me.
Every time I bring
All
it
right.
out.
So what is this? Stinky Sock or Tutti
Stinky sock
Frutti?
or Tutti Frutti?
Oh my god.
Also, we have a water machine over there. If anyone needs water, we can do that.
Fuck. I'm sorry, Mom. It's not drugs, I guess.
Yeah, right? We're just a bunch of fucking.
Oh my god.
We're just a bunch of adults.
You're a thug.
Woo.
Oh gosh.
Just a bunch of adults eating beans. All right. Woo. All right.
You know what I want to do is get some of these and just not say shit and give them to my kids.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
What, here's some jelly beans?
No, okay. Straight up, quick
Give 'em like a whole
segue. True
handful.
story. My kids did that once, not knowing. I had them in my car. One of my clients, and so we bought. It was a
And they
small
weren't-
little pack.
they weren't
my,
readers
so my
yet,
kids
were they?
ate it. My kids were just eating them, loved them. And when I saw it, I like stopped them. I reacted as if they had like a pack of anthrax. I was like, no, and like slapped that out of their hand. And they were like, no. And I was like, and I swear to God, I remember I called them caca beans. I was like, because my daughter was super young, and I was like, those are caca beans. And she's like, no, I like caca beans. Like, and I'm like, dude, you was probably eating booger beans, and like just she was.
Oh.
Caca beans.
Salty.
The mind is a powerful thing.
Yeah, caca beans. All right. Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Okay, that's not that's legit on the middle. You say a
What'd you
respin,
get?
or do you think that's more?
That's a
of
50-50. I'd spin it again.
Again?
Yeah, you're getting that red one. It knows what it wants.
That wants
Yeah,
me
it
to have
does.
liver and fucking onions.
Is that the one
Okay.
I got?
Yeah.
Oh,
What are
yeah.
we talking here?
First
So
one.
At least they're
Brown one with the light
the
speckles.
chances are
This
better
one?
for you.
Like
No,
that
it's
one
just
right
a
there.
solid brown, right?
Ooh, you gotta stop doing that.
are you gagging?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
You haven't even eaten one
I
yet.
know. That's why I'm scared.
All right, so we got this could be liver and onions or cappuccino. All right, here goes nothing.
If you
Palms
get a
away.
cappuccino, I'm gonna kill you.
Cappuccino,
How do you not
baby.
know
Are
right
you
now?
shitting me?
I was like,
Cappuccino.
bitch, how do you not know?
All right, I see you.
Cappuccino. This is, I deserve this. I've had a lot of bad Bean Boozled experience, all right? All right. All right, Callie. And then we'll go into some more
God.
dialogue.
Oh, please, God. If I
We're
throw
all
up, I'll
shaking
turn
all
around
this.
and do it.
Dude, like you were saying, he goes, I can't believe you chewed it that much. I eventually had to breathe. And then when I breathed, I was like, oh no.
I will say, people, we were talking, I was talking to somebody about these the other day. They're so foul that what people would do is they'll spit them into like a cup or a can or whatever and stuff. Well, they stink.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so then that'll make you sick too, because like whatever they put in them, they're fucking pungent.
Yeah, you're like, that's why you gotta swallow it,
Yeah,
because
so
we
it's-
don't want to experience
Yeah.
it.
like
too.
essence of actual wet
Yeah.
dog ass.
Yeah, how much does the guy make that taste tests those?
That's
Oh, you
on the
better pay
middle.
me good.
Okay.
Where they're like, what's this taste like? And he's just like throwing stuff out.
It's my kids, right? Yes, a booger.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, you guys
All
are
right,
spot on.
toothpaste.
You got two. You got blue. Damn.
She did.
All right. So we'll move
You got
on.
lucky twice.
We'll move on. We'll do it.
And I don't wish ill on you either, so
Yeah.
good job. You,
Well, I was
I,
kind to
Jesse
meet
and I
you
over
there.
here paying for it.
Woo.
God damn.
I was scared.
I don't even remember what my first one was. That second
It's
one was
really
so
good,
bad.
actually, though.
Your first
What was your first? Yeah, first one. Yeah, first one. Yeah,
There
you
we
got
go.
lucky.
It's the breath freshener.
I needed that one
Yeah.
second.
All right, so the next thing I guess we can kind of transition into, because music is so deeply rooted in our upbringing and just like our history and our connection, is
Out of the drink.
the first hip hop show. Like, so our
Oh,
first
yeah.
rap show ever.
Oh,
so
I finally get to hear the story.
yeah, so our first rap show ever. So what I'll do, because I do know I'm very acutely aware of that I've been talking primarily in this episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tell my side of it that started like how we got the show, and then I'm going to let Crook and Zach take over and explain like their perspective of the show itself.
Get it, girl.
So for me, rapper kid, now we've been doing it. We've been rapping, we're doing our songs, whatever. And shout out my dog again. This is my fucking a ride or die for me, a life or death, or bro. It's my dog, fucking Colin. And Colin, at the time, is very much invested into acting. He really wants to be an actor, and so there's a local organization that still
I'm not
operates.
laughing at Colin. I'm just remembering.
Remembering.
Bean Boozled.
Oh, Bean Boozled experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, fuck Colin. Sorry, Colin, dude. Fuck Colin. No, but Colin, he was very much invested into acting, and shout out again to the Actors Mission, a local organization we have here that puts on like a multitude of plays. But they had an audition one day, and Colin found out about it, and he was like, bro, will you come just like support me? Come watch and support me. So I was like, 1,000-fold, bro, because you've done the same to me numerous times. So I go, and we go to here. I don't know if it's even in operation anymore, but the Elks Lodge. Yeah, you know,
it's still around.
so the Elks Lodge. So we go to the Elks Lodge, in the Actors Mission. They put their plays on in like the basement area. They had a little stage down there, like a nice little setup. And so we go to the Elks Lodge for the audition, and there was multiple plays playing. And the way it worked is people had their scripts, and there were directors, and you would go kind of pick, and you would just audition for the director, and they would decide if you were in. So Colin goes, we're kind of doing our thing. Well, we get to one director in particular, a lady named Kim. And anyway, so
You guys.
That's how it fucking started.
yeah, so anyway, so we go meet Kim, and Colin reads, and then she's like, hey, you want to be in my play too? And I'm like, oh no, I'm not an actor. She's like, no, you should try it. And I'm like, I know it's not my thing. And she's like, just read. And I just choppily read like a sentence, and she's like, you're in. Like, that's great. And so me and Colin ended up both getting cast. I actually thought it was cool because Colin was pretty jazzed. He's like, fuck yeah, like, bro, me and you want to play together? And because I was not interested or invested, but then seeing like Colin being pretty excited about it, I was like, yeah, this could be pretty cool. So I was literally a spirit voice in the play. I was literally, the production, it was like 5 small, like 15-minute plays. And in my play, I had 2 lines. I was a spirit voice. I came out in 2 different segments. And I came out with I wore all black and came out with a flashlight, and I said 1 line. But when we
remember that.
yeah, so and I can't remember the name of the play. Kim was the director, and so me and Colin went and did our thing. Well, through that, I just brought up that I did music. And after the play, bringing up I did music, Kim was like, you should do a show. And I'm like, I'd love to, like, but and she's like, here. I'm like, really? And she's like, oh, yes, like I could get the ball rolling. And she did. So she did. So she got the ball rolling on the show. So then we're all like, pass it over to Crook and Zach, is we got it like a book. So she talked to the Actors Mission, the Elks Lodge. They confirmed it. They're like, yes, you can have 2 dates. We had 2 dates, back-to-back shows, a little local town, but we had 2 shows back-to-back, and they gave us the green light. I don't know how many weeks we had, but they gave us time to also rehearse. So they gave us like permission to go.
Like a month at least.
Yeah, so we had some time. So from there, boom, we have it locked in, and then from there I'll kind of transfer over to you guys, your experience with the rehearsals and like just the show itself.
I remember you wanted to like have a meeting. You hit me up. I was at work. I just called in for the rest of the day. I was like, yeah, I'll go talk about rap. Fuck
this show.
I was like, fuck Holiday Inn, dude. Like, you know?
I hate my job.
Yeah. We had like a month to get ready. We didn't do it like a regular hip hop show. Like this guy comes and does his set. This guy comes and does his set. This guy comes and does his set. What we did is we made it an actual production. So like, we all came out together, right? Did a song.
Yeah, it wasn't a concert. It was a show.
Yeah.
We
That's
recorded material for the show. Like we recorded a cipher for the show first, all like to introduce the artist. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did that, and then like I would go do one, then Zach would go do one, then Treasy, then Tana, and it was just like everybody revolving in and out, and it was just like it was epic, dude.
It was an experience. And I remember thinking I was like, oh yeah, we'll see if this happens. And then like it started.
Yeah.
And like I remember the first night it was just like we're all just standing up on that stage, and she was like, well, do your thing. And like we had some beats, and I think only the three of us and Cyrus like had songs. So then we got Zach Walker. He recorded, you know, and then Tana.
Yeah, and what was homeboy?
Edgar.
Yeah,
And
Edgar.
all them. Like we started recording, and then I remember some of us had projects that we were working on. You know, songs, not projects, but songs we were working on. Like it was just you and I, and then there was a song with like the three of us, and then there was the song with the new zoo. So then when she organized the flow of it all, and I remember like that I remember like the first like actual rehearsal before the week of the show, before that weekend came, the rehearsals leading up to that, and it started feeling real. And then like the 2 days before it, we went to the final one, and they had made that black backdrop,
Yeah.
and it said The Rock on it, and it
Oh,
was
yeah,
all
and
like
all the graffiti
neon
and
and
shit.
graffiti and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Gave it like
I don't know if you guys
Remember
remember,
panties and
but yeah,
shit
we had
too,
panties.
remember?
Kim had like went to New York and got some like graffiti hats. Do you guys remember?
Yeah.
They were
Yeah,
like
yeah.
trucker
She had,
hats.
like, merch and
They were the
shit,
trucker
yeah.
hats that had our names on it, and like
Yeah.
and she got those, and we had the
airbrush shirts.
the panties that said like each rapper. It was like Treasy rocked my bottom or Natus rocked my bottom. Yeah. We had
That's
merch.
cute.
I remember I threw the panties into the crowd, and my girlfriend caught them.
Nice.
I was like, well, they were like this
And
big.
then
She was
I
not
remember
that big.
the build up to it becoming real. I was like, okay. And then remember when we went and put flyers up, and then started telling people about
Yeah.
it, and started posting it on the internet and stuff like that. And I remember the first night we did it, and only maybe 20 people showed up, and most of them we knew.
Yeah, it was like
You
your
know, it
friends
was like
and
our,
family showed up.
and we just did it. In hindsight, like looking at that was like a blessing to knock the nerves off.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we was able to like work out the
that
bugs.
second night.
And then the second night, I remember being in the back and Kim coming out, and we're just back there doing our thing. And Kim shows
Outside
up.
back.
Yeah, we're outside in the
an
alley.
We're in an
Like,
alley.
They
Yeah.
even set us up like a little green room and everything. You know, it felt real, right?
Yeah.
And we're out back, and we're being us.
And mind
talking.
you, we were just inside, and the show was like 10 minutes to start.
Yeah.
Like nobody
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
no, just except
And
for the
she's like,
homies.
come here. I
Yeah.
remember she's like, come here. And we were like, oh, no. She's like, no, come here. And I remember going to the edge of the stage, and she stopped us from walking
Yeah.
out. And she's like, look. And we all walked like to the edge of the backdrop and looked,
Yeah.
and the room was packed. And they were taking, like, so they had like a stadium bleacher, like one
Yeah.
in the back, and then they had some chairs for people to sit. It ended up, people kept coming in that they started pulling the chairs
Yeah.
out, and
Oh,
it was
wow.
like standing room only.
Cool.
It was like, oh man.
Yeah, yeah,
And
and,
that-
that's when we were like, oof.
It
You
was
guys
the
probably had the last
It-
huge crowd here.
It was the shit. It was the
Yeah,
shit. It was crazy.
one of the like,
Spoilt me.
to this day, yeah, one of
And
the coolest.
And then we
experiences
hosted a
ever.
rap battle after that
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
Which was way.
Yeah, we started
fun.
hosting rap battles.
Yeah, that and like people were leaving,
except-
and then you got the guys in the crowd that think they can do it and stuff, and then we did that rap battle.
Yeah,
and
we
it
call
was-
people out from the crowd. We'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, you can battle. Come up here. Like, whoop.
Brought me here to
And-
battle,
and-
but
and we-
I didn't expect to battle a midget with a lift kit you were talking about with crazy legs.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
Oh,
so,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I remember two things. So,
Goddamn.
this is
Yeah.
what I love.
that just
So,
popped back in, bro. I was
yeah,
like,
dude, that's But so it's funny you say that, bro, because we love battling so much, and I think other people like had watched 8 Mile, and then once 8 Mile came out, like that's when like the YouTube clips of battles would come out, and it started
yeah.
kind of pick up some traction.
yeah.
But we really fuck with that shit so much so we would like. Even if I didn't think a battle was going to happen that night, another rapper would walk in. I'm like, what could I say about him? Like I would just start analyzing us, like just in case if it gets to
Like
it,
get
like
warm before a fight, I better stretch out.
yeah, basically, like, what could I flip on this dude? And we thought at that level, like we were meticulous, like we weren't trying to throw fillers. And I just remember, like on the battle side of things, we would set up battle raps against like other local rappers or like other like nearby cities and stuff like Green River, and we'd meet like somewhere rap.
Not long after that, you remember meeting the guys from Green River.
Yeah.
and they had that dude that spun records and like cut and actually DJ'd.
Yeah.
And we went over to the skate park and battled.
Yeah, but I just remember I thought it was so funny because like I'd meet the other rappers and I'd almost be eager for like my friends to wreck them. Like it sounds fucked up, but I like my freestyle side of things was never as fine tuned or precise as the rest of the crews. I feel like I was decently enough. Like I was the kind of guy that if I came up with 3 or 4 bars, I could spit them right there and then I'd kind of like peter off. These guys were really exceptional at like coming at like actually impromptu. Like I was never that good at that. And so I just remember like
I used to love to
like Crook was saying, I remember like having Zach come in and like say some shit that I wish we had a tape recorder because it was like actually like shit that was like crowd was like, oh fuck, like just bars like you see like, oh my god, just I fucking such fucking memories,
Well,
man.
you and Jesse, you and Max had that place over off of Sunset.
Oh yeah, the Imperial.
Yeah, and you and I would just sit in there forever, freestyling.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Well, I remember the nights like that we met that Dot dude. You remember Dot? And we I don't know if you.
Second fit too.
Oh, y'all knew him.
Yeah.
The guy that went to Japan eventually.
Yeah, that Dot dude, and he came. I remember we worked at your old apartment. We freestyled in the room and stuff. Yeah, but bro, so many fucking memories, man. Like, yeah, it's just.
My stomach hurts from swallowing them beans. It hurts. I'm like
tearing you up, huh?
His stomach hurts. He's gonna get the tummy squirts.
Dude, just a side
I
note,
still got
because
it.
you brought up 8 Mile and I thought it was so cute. My coworker, she's like just the best. I fucking love her so much. But she found out that I was into rap, and so now she like, what?
talking to your mic.
I don't. I'm right next to it.
Mind your fucking business.
Yeah. Wait, is it turned on?
It's on. Yeah, you're good.
Are you sure?
Your light's blinking.
Yes, your lights
Oh,
blinking.
okay.
Your
What?
vocals are coming
Shut
through.
your fucking mouth. Okay.
Back to what you were saying,
Thank
Callie.
you. I really appreciate you.
Let's drink on this much.
Anyways, he's been like trying to like look into rap shit so she can talk to me about it. How sweet, right?
That is nice.
Getting into it because you're into it.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah. And she was like, so I watched 8 Mile last night, and I was like, oh, what'd you think? And she was like, I was hoping that it would like tell more of his like home story and stuff. And I was like,
You didn't
oh,
have one,
Heidi,
that's the story.
it's not like his life.
It's not an autobiography.
I was like, it was
it's inspired.
yeah, I was like, it's
loosely
it's
inspired.
kind of about being a battle rapper in that area, but like that's not. It wasn't like his story. It was like
Specifically a
it was
white
a dramatization.
Yeah, and
you
also
know?
it was like a poetic thing of like he went and won the battle, and it was like, what do you do next? And he's like, going back to work.
Yeah.
A little bit of growth.
Yeah.
A little,
Yeah,
a
like
little bit
yeah,
of maturity.
yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's a deep. Yeah. No, I had somebody one time who just again being a white rapper, a group of friends were hanging out with him. We were talking about something. I was like, oh, dude, my favorite movie. He goes, is it 8 Mile? Like being 100% sincere, not trying to be funny. And I was like, damn. I think it's just like white rapper, and I was like, but yes,
Yeah.
it is my favorite. And it's not. Really, it's really not my favorite movie, but
It was good though.
it is a fucking phenomenal
Like
movie.
fucking Cheddar Bob though, dude. Like comic relief.
I do have a friend who shoots himself in his leg with his own gun. I did get jumped out
Or when
60
dude asked him,
chunks.
he's like, you gonna go to your mom's house?
Yeah.
He's all like, whoa, dude. Like, don't say that in front of all these girls.
Hey, fuck my girl. I'm still standing here screaming, fuck the free world. Such a fucking
Dude,
dope
yeah.
movie.
The man with the tummy ache is like, let's do
Yeah.
it again. Like,
I was
man,
looking to
I don't
see
know.
if I got like.
We got
girls'
one
new
more round.
flavors.
There's like a little disclaimer. It's like one of these is poisonous.
Yeah. One of them is arsenic flavored and arsenic. Yeah.
and actually,
That's
yeah.
actually arsenic.
Oh Lord. Do you
High
guys want to
concentration.
do the white elephant real quick?
Yeah, let's do that real quick. We'll segue, yeah.
Hold those two up top. Okay.
So I didn't have any idea what to get.
Oh,
Stupid low-life piece of shit.
God damn it. Ah, I lost an earring again. Every time I wear earrings, one of them falls
Yeah,
out.
I've got the old Buddy the Elf wrapping paper.
I love that.
That's actually dope rap.
Shout out to
great
my
movie.
wife, because it wouldn't have looked like that had I done it.
Callie rapped mine. I showed up without mine wrapped, and she's like, what are you doing?
He's lying.
Oh, so
this
you-
was his rap.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so y'all know what Nick got already? I was
Well,
like,
no, I had it in a bag.
Yeah,
She was
see,
just
mine
like,
would've
dude, like
looked
like
like
you
that.
like they've got to like unwrap it, and I was like, oh, like my bad. You look up the rules again, because I don't
yeah,
recall.
she has.
so basically, like draw a name, right, and then someone picks a present.
Somebody's bucket has the names in it.
Oh,
I thought
the
we were
one-
gonna do that before you.
Oh shit! Zach barfed his bean into
No,
it.
I did not
Oh.
do that. I did not do that. But I am gonna throw those in there. Those are nicotine pouches.
Oh shit.
Because I am
What
addicted.
happens here?
Okay, close your eyes and pick one.
Okay.
Okay, so.
It's you.
Oh, me. Okay. I pick a gift from the pool and open it, I guess. Okay.
You just pick one and open it, huh?
I'm going to go for Buddy the Elf. I already know what these two are. We went shopping together.
That's fantastic, bro.
Enthusiast, enjoy music, play Honer. Free online lessons, old standby. Oh, cool, it's a harmonica. Nice.
So I was like,
That's
yeah.
actually dope as hell. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
and it's
lie,
got
that's pretty
history and fun facts on the back. That's fucking cool.
My kids will have a hate.
Okay,
with that.
the following players can choose to either pick an unwrapped gift from the pool or steal a previous player's gift. Anyone who gets their gift stolen in this way can do the same. Choose a new gift or steal from someone else.
Okay, so who draws the name?
so yes, he just draws
Crook.
one.
Yeah, Crook draws a name.
I draw a name.
And then you can pick a new gift or take hers.
So,
But you can only steal
Why do I
one.
pick a name?
So you pick it, so you pick a name, and so now we know who's next. So like, say if it's Nick, and Nick wants that harmonica,
Yeah, so,
he
so-
steals her present,
Oh.
and then she's
okay.
got to pick a
Yeah,
different
Now
one.
you're making sense.
Yeah. Okay. So it's you.
You know what? I want that fucking harmonica.
I'm stealing.
Okay, a present can only be stolen once per turn, which means players who have a gift
Okay.
stolen from them have to wait to get it back.
Does this go to you then?
So once
Well,
per
no.
turn. Okay.
After 3 swaps, the turn automatically comes to an end. Otherwise, things could drag on for a
Okay.
long time.
Okay.
Okay. So, next person
pick
picks.
Pick another name.
It's me.
Woo woo! It's me,
And,
Jessica.
I'm gonna go for that one.
All right.
You're gonna pick your own gift.
Huh? I don't know, dude. What options do I have? You
That
want me to
one?
Okay, fine, I'll pick
No,
this one.
pick it. No, do you?
You stand on your own.
Stand on
Here, I'll hold
Stand on
your bucket.
business,
I'm
bro.
gonna do this.
Stand on business.
I'm gonna. Do I open it?
I believe so.
I was just confused. Did you pick your actual own gift you purchased?
No.
Oh, that's why I was
Hey.
asking. I thought that.
Hey, I'm not even in there.
Oh, Zach, you didn't write Zach down.
You got 2 Callies.
What? Oh my god, really? I had a drink before this.
So I thought- So I thought he threw it
back.
back in the bucket, and I was getting ready to start giving him hell.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
Well,
All right, no,
You're-
it's all right.
it's
all right.
The
So
next
now-
time Callie gets drawn, that's you.
So I'm gonna
Dude, I
turn the
got you.
corner. This
Well,
one's me.
He's the
Okay.
next. He's
I got
the
you.
next
So
one,
now-
period.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You're just next in general.
So you're gonna open
Dude,
that and look at it?
No,
So
dude, I got your granola bars.
Yeah, you have to open it
the
up.
heaviest granola
Yeah,
bars.
you're the best.
Yeah.
48 of them.
To make things easier,
40
everyone
fucking
should
eight.
sit in the order in which they will take their turns.
Don't shake
Damn,
it.
girl.
Be careful.
Oh.
Some bird dog whiskey.
Bird
huh?
dog,
shit,
peach
peach
whiskey.
Shoo-hoo!
What's happening now?
All right.
Let me get a drink of that.
So then it'll be my turn. I'll take this one.
Hell yeah, brother.
Right on, brother.
All right. So then what happens?
What'd you get?
Some Barbie convertible with Coco collection.
Hell yeah, dude. You've been wanting that too. You just told me last week.
Yeah, it's on my list.
Yeah.
This goes
It's
to
on
you.
my list.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
can
you-
pick that, or I can,
Or you could
or I
steal.
can steal somebody's gift. I'm gonna steal this one.
All right. And so then this one just goes to me.
You the next one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Or you can steal somebody else's gift.
I'm just
So
gonna
this
take
is
it.
this is the second swap. One more swap,
Okay.
and that's the end of the game.
What do we think?
I don't know. You do what you want.
Oh, do I gotta
I don't
open
know
it?
what
Huh?
Yeah, you gotta
forget.
open it or steal it, but you can't steal this
Dude,
because
this is like a nostalgia machine for me.
Burger and fries stuffies.
Oh, fuck.
What's his
They're
name?
weighted
cool, right?
stuffies. I only have 5.
look at Nick. He's like salivating. He's like,
Do I get a switch at some point?
You can, yeah, you can steal his gift if you want.
All right.
You
Is it
need
my
Coco?
turn?
Are you next?
Is it,
Yeah.
I think it is me.
I thought he already stole a gift though, so he gets.
So yeah, he can either steal a gift or keep the one that he wants. Well, there's 3 swaps, period, and
Yeah.
that's
So this will be
this
2.
would be the
So
last
this
swap
will be the
if
last swap if he swaps.
Give me it, dude.
Swapper to you?
Yeah, I need that.
All right,
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. I like
So then
how
whose
heavy
turn
those
is
are.
it now?
nobody's.
I think
Everybody
that's
gets what
it.
they get.
Oh,
You got
okay.
fucking swap.
'Cause I thought-
Why
I'm
did
waiting-
I get a swap?
I'm
twice
waiting.
then?
I'm waiting
I
on
don't
that
know
third
why.
swap because I was
It's
gonna
not
take
a
your
person
stuffies.
swap. It's after 3 swaps.
Oh,
Period.
just in general.
The whole game.
Oh, so it got
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
And okay, so and then
Take
that's what ends
cozy,
the game.
fun, and festive flavor for a spin with this Barbie convertible Coco collection.
That ain't
6 delightful mixes. This gift is bound to bring joy to cocoa lovers of all ages this holiday season.
That ain't
like
so
cocoa?
bad, dude.
Well,
Yeah,
it
I
looks
love
like I'm
that.
going to have to try and find out.
I'll answer that question next week
Yeah.
when I try my assortment of cocoa.
Next week
Tune in
on
next
Classy
time.
Broadcast. Just kidding. Classy Broadcast won't be back for 1 to 3 months.
Harmonica ensemble.
Look at that.
Did you say fuck that?
No, I said look at that.
Oh,
Fuck that.
aren't they cute?
I'm obsessed with them.
You are a giant child.
Are you a personified foods person?
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
It means foods that have been turned into people.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm
You like
I'm
Adventure
obsessed
Time?
with
Yeah, oh,
personified
fuck yeah.
foods.
Adventure Time's
yeah.
the shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yep. I had.
Yeah, to me, it's like very like Pokemon-esque.
Sick.
Like this,
Yeah.
both
Oh,
of these
yeah.
would make
Hey,
great Pokemon.
Learn
What
how
are
to
their
play
Pokemon
that.
names?
Jam, bro.
We'll be Burgadino and Frynator.
Nice. Love it.
Burgadino. All right.
Love it.
All right. So
I'm
now
very happy.
move on.
I love peach and whiskey.
All right, y'all. So, true to form, should have been expected and planned, but we're just kind of flying off the cuff here. Very long episode. That being said, we will be breaking it down into 2 portions. So,
2 weeks of Christmas with
2
Zach Morgan.
Yeah, 2 weeks of Christmas. So if you're watching, we're concluding part 1 right now, and stay tuned for part 2 and the shenanigans that follow.
Right on. Thanks for rocking with us.
Thanks again for joining us for part 1 of our season finale for the first season of Classy Broadcast. Check the information section on this video for links to all of our social media outlets, a link to our second edition of our Classy Picks playlist, links to Zachariah Morgan's social media outlets, and links to stream Classy Broad's debut hip-hop project, Ivana Spaz. Don't forget to leave any questions that you have in the comments so we can do a question and answer video in the future. And if you would like to hear us talk about something specific, don't be afraid to make a suggestion. Join us in future episodes for more engaging topics and intriguing guests. If you would like to be a guest on Classy Broadcast, leave a comment and we'll contact you about future episodes. Join us next time for part 2 of our season finale with Zachariah Morgan as we discuss his transition from hip-hop to country and do one more round of Bean Boozled. Merry Christmas and thanks for joining in. See you next time.